some thank yous. They're on the front of the program, and if you didn't get a program, I have plenty. We just kind of handed them out the best we could, and then we got started, but I still have plenty more if you'd like to get your own copy for a keepsake. But a special thank you first to Susan Knowlton. She did some decorations for me last minute today, and I didn't get it on the program because I'd already printed them, so thank you, Susan, for providing these really pretty decorations. And a really big shout out to the McLaughlin High School custodial staff. These risers are not easy to move around, and they took them out from the auditorium and got them all the way over here, and then they're gonna get them back tomorrow, in addition to all this other equipment. They are amazing, and they never get enough thanks. They are incredible, and I'm just so grateful for all they do for our schools. So thank you, custodial staff. Thank you to the City of Milton Freewater for making this possible, because had we not gotten this venue, I'm not sure where our concert would have ended up. Maybe in the high school with masks on, and you wouldn't have been able to be there. It would have been live streamed. So I'm incredibly grateful to the City of Milton Freewater for making this available for us. And then finally, to the JECT recording studio, who's doing all the sound for us. They gave us an amazing price. I'm just truly grateful for them, and they're very busy, very swamped, and they made sure to put us in their calendar so that this would happen tonight. So thank you, appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna go get those guys. Okay, before we get going, I want you to take a second and look at their uniforms. Now don't plod quite yet, because you need to know a little background. Last year, early fall, we decided it was time for new uniforms because ours were getting pretty ratty and it was time. So we did a lot of fundraising, and we had quite a few donors, like the Browns donated quite a bit of money, I remember that. And anyway, we bought these uniforms, and we were about ready to wear them for our first performance at District, and then COVID hit. So tonight is the first night they're wearing these new uniforms, and I am just like, I almost cried when I saw them, because they've been hanging on a hanger for weeks, or for months and months, and it's just, I just got a little choked up. And I want to say a special thank you to one of our students here who did all of the hemming for the dresses, and that's Lily. Where are you at, Lily? So anyway, without further ado, it's time for them to take over and me to stop talking.
Good evening. We are the Crimson and Black Choir, and we are super excited to sing for you tonight. This year, as we all know, has been pretty difficult, but especially for the performing arts. We've done some online projects, we've recorded ourselves, put it all together, but nothing compares to being able to sing together at the same time. Our first song tonight is one of those classic Crimson and Black songs, and we are thrilled to be able to sing it with you now. We hope you enjoy our version of Witness as we share the classic tales of Nicodemus and Samson and Delilah.
Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who will be a witness for my Lord?
Oh, I'll be a witness for my Lord. 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 There was a man of the Pharisees. His name was Nicodemus, and he didn't believe. The same came to Christ by night, wanted to be taught out of human sight. Nicodemus was a man who desired to know how a man can be born when he is old. Christ told Nicodemus as a friend, "Man, you must be born again." He said, "Marvel not, be wise, repent,
Believe and be baptized.
then you'll be a witness for my Lord. You'll be a witness for my Lord. You'll be a witness for my Lord. Soul is a witness for my Lord. We read about Samson. From his birth he was the strongest man that ever lived on earth. Way back yonder in ancient times, he killed 10,000 of the Philistines. Then old Samson went a wandering about. Samson's strength was never found out, till his wife sat upon his knee. She said, "Tell me where your strength lies, if you please." Samson's wife, she talked so fair. Samson said,
Cut off from my head.
"Cut it off."
Shave my head just as clean as your hand, and my strength will come like a natural man.
Samson was a witness for my Lord. Samson was a witness for my Lord. Samson was a witness for my Lord. Soul is a witness for my Lord. There's another witness. There's another witness. There's another witness.
There's another witness.
There's another witness.
There's another witness.
There's another witness for my Lord. My soul is a witness for my Lord.
The poet, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, is the author of the text we will sing next in our song, Voices of the Night. In this song, the words hope to convey a message of reflection on how our thoughts and experiences can be enhanced with a connection of nature and art. Sit back and let your mind wander to your favorite place filled with beauty and serenity while we sing Voices of the Night.
last year, right before COVID shut down the world. We were ready for our spring concert and upcoming district competition. We had an incredible set of songs ready to share with you and our competitors. Sadly, this did not happen. However, a couple weeks ago, we had an opportunity to vote on adding another song for tonight, and we decided to bring this song back to life. It is a very challenging song to us, but we love how it made us feel the day we sang it again for the first time. This song is in French, and much like our previous song, it describes a beautiful place with lush flowers, statues, and more. We are proud to be able to share this song with you tonight.
For our final song, we will be singing a song from South Africa. It is called Shosholoza and means go forward. Mrs. Cunnington chose this as our first song coming back in person because the meanings of the word are exactly what we must do, go forward. Despite the difficulties of this year, the challenges and the heartaches we've all faced, we must raise our heads and move forward. We will feature our soloists, Ruby Jaimes, Lily Haro, Hope Knowlton, and Brooke Ellis, as well as Eric Saldana on the drum. We truly hope this song brings you as much joy as it does for us.
Shosholoza, Ekuleza Taba, Shosholoza, Ekuleza Taba,
All right, good job. See, great job. Okay, much like earlier, I have a lot of awards to give out. I'm gonna save the seniors for last for that, if that's what you're thinking I'm doing. I'm not. I will soon though. Okay, so these particular awards are for students who either did solos online, recorded their voices, submitted them to me, and or did one tonight, and or both. And so I'm going to recognize all of these kids because singing a solo is hard and it's scary, and I'm just stinking proud of them. So here we go. I'm just going to name them off, and then we'll do one big round of applause. Braelyn Alexander, tonight was her very first solo in her very first life. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. In her very first life. Just stand here and look awkward. Kaylee Bauer. Pablo Alarcon, I never say it right. Pablo A. Alarcon. I'm never sure really where to put that. And his solo was at Christmas time. It was beautiful. Lily Harrell tonight. Larissa Davenport during Christmas as well. Katie Brown, Christmas, jazz, and tonight. No, wait, I'm thinking of your sister. Sorry, I keep mixing you two up. Hunter for online choir solos. Lots of them. Hope for her solo tonight. Hannah Polium during online. She did quite a few. Brooke tonight. I should embarrass you and tell the story about when you were at Ferndale and all that, but I won't. Andrew Lewis, cute little duet during Christmas time. So adorable. And Ruby Hyman, solos tonight, online, she does everything. All right, so a round of applause for those guys. Okay. Now, this is not something I normally do. I usually only do senior recognition awards because it takes a little time and I cry and it's a mess. But this year is a special year, and it's really important that we acknowledge all of the incredible efforts that these kids do. I did not take it lightly. I did not take it for granted. These kids amaze me, all of them, and I'm just really proud of them. So, round of applause for our soloists, and then I've got another round for you. This next group of awards is for my choir members who, just like at Central, they showed up on Zoom. And I'm talking about online choir. It is a lot different ballgame to try to do choir online than it is in person. And if you heard my speech earlier, you know the depth of my gratitude and admiration for these students runs very deep. And so they showed up. They were on Zoom every time. They turned their cameras on, which is hard to do. They turned in all of their assignments. And these students I'm about to list off have an A, a strong A, and they earned every bit of that A in choir, and I'm incredibly proud of them. These students are, and they're going to receive a pin that says, I can't read it through, Outstanding Music Achievement. So these students are Hunter Brown, Katie Brown, Larissa Davenport, Brooke Ellis, Taylor Nsunza, Lily Harrell, Andrew Lewis, Lila Patino, Hannah Pulliam, Braelyn Alexander, Kaylee Bauer, Jalen Calderon, Miley Coble, and Alexis Sarton. It takes a lot to do what these kids did, because they did a lot. And I admire you guys more than you realize. I admire you, and I truly believe that these students who have these high grades like they do with online learning, I truly believe that these are our students who are going to lead the world, because they know how to get through adversity. And these are them right here. So a round of applause for these guys. But there's one more. This is a special one, and I've thought long and hard about this one. There is one student among us that didn't have internet ever when we were online. She not only rose to the challenge, but she beat every one of them to turning in assignments. None of it was a competition. But she blew my mind, and if I forgot to send her the material, she let me know, where is it, Cunnington? And she was nice about it, but she was always on top of it. She sent in every recording with a smile on her face. She blew me away. And so this year, I want to recognize Coral Quist as the most outstanding choir member of 2021. All right, one more round of applause for these amazing students. In your program, you might have noticed that I list some senior names in red, and it says Performing Arts Honors. We started a new program this year. All eligible seniors who meet a certain criteria, and I won't go into details, but they have to meet a certain criteria of how long they have been in performing arts, whether it be band, drama, or choir. And they will be able to receive the Performing Arts Honors, which also includes the cords that they wear at graduation. And they can put that on their college applications, job applications. These are one of the things they've accomplished in high school. And it's a really big deal. And I'm incredibly proud to have this year as our first year to do those honors. And if you notice in your program, we have 4 seniors who were eligible for that. And they've already received their cords, and they'll be wearing them at graduation. But they're also going to receive a pin that says honors, music honors on it, so they can wear that. It's not like they're going to wear their cords around to Walmart, but they could put their pin on their jacket, I suppose. So I'd like to recognize our 4 seniors who did earn that. Lila Patino, Brooke Ellis, Alejandro Colleen, and Larissa Davenport. I'll get it. I'm going to try really hard not to cry here because this is when it gets hard because it's time to say goodbye. It's been a hard enough year, dang it, and now I have to say goodbye to some really awesome kids. This will be their last concert, and they're amazing. These kids are awesome. I love them so much. They're such great kids. So I'm going to take a second and talk about each one a little bit. Every year I like to recognize my seniors with a special poem that I put in a frame, and it's a poem that I learned when I was in college that my choir director would recite to us before we would perform on stage. And so I passed it on to my students. For my 20 years of teaching so far, every student has gotten to hear this, and they eventually memorize it and kind of recite it with me, and so they know. And tonight was the first night I got to read it to them, recite it to them in over a year, so it was pretty special. Dang it, why don't you read it? It goes like this. For the common things we do and say, God gave us speech in a common way. For the common things we think and feel, God gave us the poet with words to reveal. But for the heights and the depths that know no reach, God gave us music, the soul's own speech. And I got to tell you that without music, I would be a lost soul. And music is something that we can carry with us and use as a tool throughout our life to strengthen us and to bind us with other people like we are tonight. And so with that said, I'm going to pass this poem on to these seniors. Let's bring Jaime down. Jaime. Here. Come on. Jaime's just one of them big guys that you love so much because he's just a super friendly, easy to talk to, such a kind soul who will do anything for anybody if you ask him to. He's a good guy, and I think he's just one of those that you want to have as your friend, and truly, truly grateful for having you in choir, Jaime. Here you go, buddy. Addie Ocampo. Oh, Miss Addie, how long have I known you? A long time. Such a sweet, sweet spirit who never has a mean word to say about anything or anybody, is always kind, always has a smile on her face, and has a can-do, I'll-do-it attitude. And I'm just so proud of you, and I just am going to miss the heck out of you, Addie, and I know you got big things happening in your life, so here we go. You're welcome. Alejandro Colleen. Otherwise known as the choir Frank Sinatra, or Elvis, I don't know, we kind of use both. Alejandro, I've known you since middle school, yeah? Yeah. And again, just one of these really hard workers who's incredibly passionate and loves music. He blew me away this fall, or not fall, 5 weeks ago, when we were coming back. And he pulled out a guitar and he just started playing guitar out of nowhere. I was like, what? Where did this come from? And he actually picked up the guitar and did something with that time in COVID where we were all in isolation. He actually, instead of like watching TV like I did, he learned a new instrument because he's such a talented kid. And so he plays and serenades us pretty much every morning. It's awesome. He's gonna come to my house and I'm gonna drink lemonade while I watch the sunset, and he's gonna play for me. But anyway, Alejandro, he has big goals, and he is always dependable. I never have to worry if he's gonna show up. He's just one of those people that you wanna have on your side, and just gonna miss you a lot, Alejandro. Larissa Davenport. Miss Larissa, just this funny, easygoing girl who is everybody's friend. She is kind to every person, and you know, that is rare to see somebody who's willing to talk and share and help anybody. And I truly believe, Larissa, not only are you really ridiculously smart, and I try to not say knowledgeable things around you because then you'll be correcting me. I just know that you're gonna like go so far in your life, and you're going to lead your way with kindness and love, and that's just something I admire so much about you, Larissa. Been doing good so far, keeping the tears away, but that might not last long. Lila Patino. I don't even know. She's so sweet. She's just so sweet and always has a smile on her face. Compliments people as they come into class. Friend to everyone. And you're just awesome, Lila, and I just love you. And I mean, when you asked me to write that letter of recommendation for you, that was like such a happy moment, because I'm like, yes, because I have so many great things to say about you, and you're just awesome, and I'm gonna miss you so much. Oh, and now for Brooke. Brookie, since Ferndale, first grade? Oh my gosh, I'm so old. But Brooke has just always been this sprightly, I'll do it, I don't care if I'm this tall, I feel this tall, and nothing is gonna stop me, but with a smile on her face. A friend to everyone, non-judgmental, the kindest girl who just loves life. And I wish there were more Brooks in this world, Brooke. I went to her first game. We were singing the national anthem a couple weeks ago for the first basketball game, and they did senior recognition. And her coach said something that I was like, absolutely. Brooke is that player that you want on your team, because she will go anywhere you send her, and she'll say, you got it, coach. I was like, yes, that is Brooke. She will do anything. Anything I ask her, and she won't question it, and she'll just do it with a smile on her face. That is a rare trait, Brooke, and it's going to carry you so far in life. And anyway, I love you, and I'm glad we're neighbors. Okay, thank you once again for being here tonight. Thank you to our administration for helping us make this possible. We have one more song. It's our farewell song to our seniors called Blessing. And with that, we bid you farewell, and we thank you for everything. And we'll see you in the fall in the auditorium. We hope.
May the Lord rise up.
Have an amazing night. We appreciate it.